All right, folks, for those of you looking to prime your oil pump and oil system on your 6.5 turbo diesels, here's a short video on how to do this the economical way. This is for the 6.5 specific diameter of your oil pump hole, your driver hole. Anyway, here's a factory driver, 94 and up, 6.5 turbo diesel. This is what you'll need, and here's a donor one. And what I did here is I just popped this, I drilled a couple holes in this thing, and I just popped this freeze plug out right here. And when you get that out, there's a little shaft here, a little snap ring. This thing's a booger, but I already pulled it out. So you get it out from around that shaft there. And what I figured out by doing this is you take this thing apart, and a 3/8 extension fits perfectly pretty much in here. It's got a couple of bearings inside of there. You can see those little bearings on each side. And so you can actually drop this thing in here, and you can put a 5/16 socket right here. Yeah, there it is, the 5/16 right there. And you can put this on the ratchet. I'm gonna set this down for a second. There we go. Yep, and there it is. You can put this in your engine, put that on a drill, circulate your oil pump for a few minutes, and get oil to all your, your upper camshaft valves. There's another little deal here. You gotta plug off this little passage right here where my finger's at on this factory one. You can see that little oil passage. It lubricates the shaft in here on this unit. And I just use a little JB weld and let it cure overnight. Plug that off. This should prime the pump, no problem. You've got these, this little deal here. There's a spot here that the oil circulates into the engine. You got to have these two pieces have to seal to a certain point. So part of owning these 6.5 diesels, what I like about them so much is the trucks are cheap to own. The GMT 400 platform is some of the cheapest ones to own, and a lot of internet information to verify that. But the 6.5 turbo diesel is no exception. It's actually a really good motor, but you just have to do a few updates to it, a few things to it, and they'll run forever. And the thing about it is they're cheap, and that's what this is all about. You can make your own little deal instead of paying hundreds of bucks for one somewhere else. If you don't have the time to do this, Leroy Diesel offers a good service. He offers like a loan-a-tool thing that costs 40 bucks plus shipping on his website with an actual primer, a pump primer tool. But this here is just something I was kind of in a pinch for time, and I had an extra one of these pump drivers laying around, so I went ahead and donated this one into that. And so this might work for you guys. I'm gonna show you a little spot on the pickup, on the engine. Actually, it's out of the truck. We'll go ahead and get out there and hook it up and run it a little bit and show you what I'm talking about, see if it works. So yeah, stand by. All right, it's a pretty cool morning here in Texas, and this is the truck I'm working on. It's a 95 Crew Cab K3500. Just kind of getting the bay and everything ready to put this motor and transmission in. And here's the engine right here. Just kind of threw this thing together and did a couple updates. Got the fluid damper, got the wicked wheel, stuff like that. Nothing too spectacular, but get on the old project here. There's the information on it there. And so what we're doing is we're just going to pull this little, it's a 15 millimeter bolt here. We'll pull that out. Take this little hold down off and pull out your pump drive. Set this over here, and this guy is assembled. I put together, there's my 6-inch 3/8 extension with a 5/16 socket on it. You got to use a shallow socket, and just drop this in here. And in case it builds, you just turn this. Yeah, it's already locked into the pump. So what I'm going to do real quick is just run this bolt down in case this thing tries to pop up. I've had that happen on small blocks occasionally. small block Chevys. Been working on them. I want to apologize for the quality of this video. It's my first video, so it ain't real super streamlined. I might do more later on some you know, some of these some of the things I come across with on these 6.5 turbos, but yeah, just kind of snug it down, keep it from popping up. You know, just take this drill. I'm going to use an electric drill just to kind of pump it up a little bit, because a battery one might wear down. So there you go. Kind of circulates the pump. Now I've got, yeah, you can see it seeping out of there. It's pumping good. I did plug off, since the motor's out of the vehicle, I plugged off both of the oil cooler passages right there. And I also don't have the turbo installed, so I put a plug over here. You can see that plug seeping a little bit too right there. You see it dripping already. There you go. My finger's in the way. Yeah, you can see how it's dripping down. So they're definitely getting oil circulation here. I've already put the valve covers back on and got everything tightened down, so I'm gonna pull those off. Maybe I'll do another video one of these days where everything's off and you can actually see the oil circulating up to the lifters. But I'm gonna do this for probably, I don't know, 5 or 10 minutes and let it circulate real good. I'm gonna tighten those plugs up so I don't make too big of a mess. Anyway, there's the cheap way to prime your 6.5 turbo diesel engine.